What's up YouTube, my name is Max, and today I bring to you a new Invoke Lux control deck created by the one and only 4LW. So to start with, this deck plays a lot of defensive cards, things like Guiding Touch, Bright Steel, Heal, Radiant Guardian that lets you last until the late game. And then our three main win conditions are we can either win with Lux and abuse her final spark to get to the finish line. We can use a big Vanguard Sergeant for Demacia turn where we have a board full of units and then we kind of end them with one big for Demacia. Or we can use things like Solari Priestess and Star Shaping to invoke some of these Celestial win cons that you see before me. So a lot of different routes to get to the finish line. Sometimes you have to combine them, but the whole game plan here is to just control the board with things like single combat, all of your Hush package. You play Hush, Blighted Mystic to silence followers, and good blockers like Vanguard Sergeant, Concerted Strike. So just control the board, counter whatever your opponent's doing, and then end the game in one of those three ways. So without further ado, let's get right into these games. To start us off, we've got a Darkness deck, Senna Veigar. So we know what the threats are. They're mostly Senna and Veigar. So we're going to try to take those out, silence some of their supportive followers along the way, and hopefully find our way to victory. I'm pretty happy to stay with the Vanguard Sergeant, I believe. I do need some early game to control the board. I'm not really sure what to look for in this mulligan. I know I'm going to want to do things like the Comets and the Concerted Strikes to get lethal. Opponents peeling their Gangplank Orange, that's pretty funny. I know Lux is going to be pretty good in this matchup because it deals nicely with Veigar. Zoe's probably not going to be able to stay on the board for too long, so I'm not going to prioritize getting Zoe. But yeah, we'll just stick with the Vanguard Sergeant and mulligan the rest there. Cool, got another Bright Steel. Spell Thief could be really good in this matchup. Loping Telescope may help me find an answer and definitely contest their Twisted Catalyzers in the early game. I'm happy to start with the Loping, I believe. We'll just start using stuff to dig for answers. Ice Click is a big, silly card I could grab that could potentially deal with their units, but I think the Charger is just more likely to find some utility with the single combats, so I think I'll just grab the Charger. It'll be a while to get to 8 cost anyways, and then I'll attack the Loping to answer. If they want to answer with the Catalyzer, I'm happy that's just getting one hit there, and nice trade for me. Cool. Next turn I can develop Charger, maybe Vanguard Sergeant, we'll see what we do. Just a Conchologist from our opponent, so I'm scared of things like Pokestick and Valfeast, so I probably don't want to play down a 4-1 right off the bat, so we'll start with the Sergeant. Use our mana in that way, and make sure we're mana efficient each turn. This turn, I think I just want to open attack, or I'll develop Charger. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's get a bit aggressive on this Darkness deck. I'll throw down the Charger. See what happens. Oof, okay, Veigar. I wish I had a single combat or something to contest that, but unfortunately I do not. So at the moment, it looks like we're just going in with these units. And it's unfortunate that we have to let Veigar sit on the board, level that Darkness more, but kind of is what it is at this point. So the Sharp Sight lets me keep my unit and pushes an extra 2 damage. So put them down to 13 here. I'm pretty happy to do that. I don't have anything else that I'm using my mana for, so don't see why not. It doesn't provide much other utility in this matchup, so I'm down. Bright Steel could be good as an aggressive unit here if they pick off. Ooh, single combat's beautiful. Pick off the Vanguard Sergeant, okay. So we're not gonna try to deal with that, but we will Bright Steel our Charger and try to single combat into this Veigar, I believe. Alternatively, I could just develop Radiant and single with Radiant. That's not bad either. Yeah, let's do that. Justice will be served, Veigar. Don't think you're gonna get away with it. The issue here is that they have things like Miscall, so even if we do kill their Veigar, there's a pretty good chance that they'll be able to bring it back immediately. Just a Valfeast, that actually makes me really happy. So I could single combat the Charger, but it still runs the risk, and just play around the Val, but it still runs the risk of like a second Valfeast or a Pokestick. So I'm pretty sure I don't want to go with that route. I think I'll just single combat it this way. And we've effectively removed the Vagar off the board, which is really nice. Oh, unless there's a quicken that they got off their Conchologist. Sheesh. It's really hard to play around those Conchologist spells. I'm not too upset at myself, but it is what it is. I spoke just a moment too soon, unfortunately. I will slam Zoe here. Zoe seems pretty effective. Or I could just play the Lux. We know they've got a Darkness coming down that's gonna do 4 damage. Let's think. I mean, what else? I know I can take a Quicken and put this Vagar back into their hand if they play down the Vagar, which is actually kind of nice with my Spell Thief. Yeah, let's get down to Zoe. They burned a Vile Feast on the last thing, so maybe they won't have another poke to kill Zoe. Hopefully that was another benefit of picking the Charger early game. Okay, so I'm really glad I didn't single combat off the Charger because they did have the Poke Stick in that earlier turn. We'll just attack with the Radiant Guardian. Go from there. Trade with the Spider, sure. Put down the Lux, but I'm pretty sure they're just putting down Vagar here, so instead of letting them make their Darkness stronger, I think I will just Spell Thief. And we missed the Quicken. There was 4 spells we could have gotten with Spell Thief, and unfortunately we got the worst 3. So I'll just take the Poke Stick and call it a day, I believe. Yeah, Poke Stick can be good with Lux spell. Maybe I should have just developed Lux there, looking back. I don't think I can play Brightsteel. Probably play Lux on the next turn and just figure out what happens. Concerted Strike is beautiful. It's a really nice pickup. Happy to send down Lux here. If they Vengeance it or slam the Darkness into my Radiant, I can just Concerted Strike answer. I mean, I can do that anyways, but what else do you have, my friend? They can like Pokestick or Vial the Lux and get through as well. Aloof Traveler, so that's gonna take out my 4 Demacia. It's pretty chill with me. Concerted Strike here. Still, again, run the risk of the Miscall, unfortunately, being an issue. Miscall being the one that revives the unit that dies. We saw Lux miss there, that's pretty funny. Oh, and then they just Darkness our Radiant? Okay, pretty good situation. I'm down. Next turn I can just like Brightsteel one of these and continue forward. Top decking another Lux is really nice because Prismatic Barrier is actually really great against this matchup. Or I can just do nothing. At this point we've taken care of 2 Vagars, or just 1 Vagar, but it felt like 2. I could Pokestick their Aloof and then remove it with the Lux spell. Now that I'm at 5 on Lux. Yeah, let's just get aggressive and Brightsteel here. Because we're gonna have the Prismatic Barrier to deal with their champions anyways. I mean the Final Spark. There's a Senna. Okay, interesting. Senna complicates things. So there's a fast speed Darkness, which makes this very tricky to deal with. Cool. Pretty fair trades, I think, for everybody here. When they try to kill me with Darkness, I can just Prismatic Barrier. Okay. Or I can just Prismatic Barrier now and kill the Senna. No Darkness to worry about there. Or I can just Pokestick, actually. Yeah, it's Pokestick. First and foremost. I expect I'll see a Darkness response. Yeah. Nice. Prismatic Barrier. Cool. Pretty good. Both of our units on 1 doesn't really matter. I've been hiding my light for too long. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, guys? Alright. Let's, next turn we've got the Star Shaping to heal back our Lux if they threaten in some way. Blinded Mystic is pretty cute to deal with their Lifesteal unit. Put our Nexus down to 6 here. Pretty solid situation so far. We've kind of muddled our way towards their units being dead, which is great. Loping Telescope, okay. There's a Dark Bulb Acolyte to get another Darkness at 5. I think Loping Telescope's an appropriate answer here. Pretty down for that. Crescent Strike is decent, but not great. Ephemeral Copies are the 3 strongest units you've recalled this game. I haven't recalled any units, so that's gonna be worthless. So I don't know if it's Bomber Twin or Crescent Strike. Crescent Strike's actually great to get aggressive with as well. If I want to play it on the attack turn, I can stun both of their units and go ham. So I'll get that. Forgot about that purpose. I can use it aggressively. Here we see the Darkness on our Lux, so we'll heal Lux back up to full health, and it should survive and be fine. I like the Scourge a lot here since we're approaching turn 10. Don't mind Living Legends either, or Supernova. I don't mind any of these hits. I think I'll try to Living Legends into one of the Celestial Wind Cons that has Spell Shield, because Spell Shield is a lot better versus Darkness, so yeah, it's pretty good. They're gonna need another Pokestick or Valve Feast to actually kill my Lux here, which is nice. Also, Living Legends works really well with Lux, which was a possibility. We're gonna see that happen. Okay. So here, let's Final Spark it. Be happy with that. Probably open Living Legends? Or do I just open attack, actually? I'm not sure. The open attack feels a bit weak. I don't think it's... should be enough to beat. Yeah, okay, yeah, super weak actually. So the Pale Cascade, huh? Pretty sure I just send this. I could do the Crescent Strike first and stun, but pretty happy to just do this, see what we get. Okay. I like the Golden Sisters to go really wide. I also like the Great Beyond, that's kind of what I was looking for here. But first we can use Serpent. It's pretty good. Threatens lethal. Leaves my options open. We want to be very tentative. Like, I don't think I want to be like the first one to commit a huge amount of mana here. Stilted Rope Maker. Okay, so they drop below Runation range. So I can just like stun their things first and foremost. I like that a lot. And then develop the Golden Sisters. They haven't dropped below Vengeance range, so I can't really Scourge comfortably. I think actually the Great Beyond seems like the best option here. Yeah, let's just Great Beyond. Try to end the game. This does 11. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, that's Great Beyond here. Yeah, they give me the GGs and surrender. Awesome. Game 1. Terminado. Awesome. Wonderful. We're facing against a TF Nami deck. Kind of classic. We saw a lot of this before the patch last season. We like Loping here. Blinded Mystic. I can't think of... I mean, this is really good against the Shellfolk and the Shelly. So Blinded Mystic's probably going to be a keep, actually. Brightsteel Protector definitely doesn't find a good place in this matchup. It is really good to heal against the TF and the elusive pressure, so I'm happy to see a Radiant Guardian, and then Loping Telescope just to deal with the things that get off like Double Trouble are pretty solid, assuming they're playing that version. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with both of these. Let's mulligan the rest. And we see they mulligan one as well, so they probably have a pretty solid hand as well. 3 units, got Star Shaping. I'm gonna want to get things that will like obliterate their Namis specifically. I might have tried to mulligan harder for things like Concerted Strike, because there's a good chance that the Namis become an issue here. So they're just banking spell mana to level Nami. I'm chilling. I'll probably use a Priestess to try to get something like an obliterate. I mean the Falling Comet or any removal. Yeah, Falling Comet, perfect. I'm down. Again, when we play this deck, we're really thinking about what our opponent is doing. It's going to become a lot more difficult if we don't consider our opponent's strategies as we try to navigate towards the finish line. Happy to attack the Priestess into these since neither of them trade particularly well with her. Get a free 2 damage, I assume. Good, cool. Then we'll just pass. Guiding Touch is pretty solid. I would not be surprised if something like the Nami came down this turn. Alternatively, okay, just a Oncologist, that's pretty chill. Can do Vanguard Sergeant or Loping Telescope, I think. the loping has a better chance of giving me like a nice curve turn if they attack into like, yeah, I think loping's better. Crescent Strike is great. Tarkaz is fine, but I already have a lot of units worth of mana I want to play, so let's get something like that. If they attack, I can Guiding Touch. They Trinket Trade. Interesting. Okay, so the Otterpuss will level Nami as well, and they're starting to develop a pretty wide board here. I assume they took the Otterpuss off this. Not sure. I think I was just gonna like Guiding Touch with the rest of my turn. Just pass this one as well. I could use Star Shaping, but I'm not that thirsty for removal since I already got the Fallen Comet. If they attack here, it's fine. I assume, yeah, group shot. Okay, group shot on this. Priestess, sure. Could Crescent Strike here, but I'm more inclined to just like draw off of it. That did level their Burgeoning Sentinel, so maybe I should have stunned that in the comp. That's crazy actually. I didn't think about that. Okay. Took more damage than I would have liked to that turn. I did not consider the Burgeoning Sentinel level. It's fine. And the next turn we're gonna see the Nami come down like 90% of the time, I would assume, considering how they set up their board to be developed. One spell mana left to develop. I don't want to be at a disadvantage this turn, but unfortunately I am, so we're gonna have to work with what we have. I cannot yet do both the Vanguard Sergeant and the Falling Comet in the same turn, so I might have to let Nami pop off for a turn, which is very scary to imagine. Alternatively, just open pass, but that opens me up to a lot of damage as well. And also burns more mana than what they have, which is never ideal with the open pass. I could also try to get the 4-cost thing that removes units with this Priestess. Kind of down to go for that. And then, yeah, that's cool. Let's get that. Meteor Shower, that's what I was looking for. 5 costs, might let me remove ping from one of these. Trade my creatures into this after the Meteor Shower. I'm assuming we're gonna see the Nami still. Alternatively, they could like try to develop a TF here, start drawing, which would probably not warrant my comment. I'm not sure what else may. The only thing I'm really scared of is like Stress Defense Nami. If they got Stress Defense maybe off this Conchologist, or a way to pick her up in general, like a Quicken or something like we saw last game. That would be stressful, but still slow enough to where I feel like I can stabilize and win this game. So what do you have, Mr. Opponent? Ninja Duelist 429. Yeah, big moment here. So we see the Shelly. It's gonna be so easily answered by the Blinded Mystic, so I don't even want to use the Meteor Shower, but considering I don't want to let the Shelly pop off too much, I probably will just do this now. And then we'll deal 1, I think here, since it has like possibility of being dealt with this way. Let me make sure I have that right. Yeah, 4-1, cool. Alright, let's send that and pray the Shelly doesn't get too much spells popped off in the meantime. Nice, we got the Meteor Shower, that's pretty ideal. Pretty lucky we got it off the Priestess. Trinket Trade, okay, so they will get 2 spells played on the Shelly, so we're gonna see all these go up 1-1. Which means my Meteor Shower is probably a misplay, and I should have sent it to Sentinel, I believe. But that's alright. We'll see if they choose to develop much else. Cool. I mean the next turn, of course. Probably gonna start with like, yeah, Artify. Interesting. Still not ruling out the possibility of a Nami, but at this point I think we're relatively safe. I could use my stuns here and chill, or I could just develop the Vanguard Sergeant, which is a really good blocker as well. I could see a second Shelly coming down, it's very possible. Which case I'll just answer with my like Crescent Strike, stun this and the Shelly probably. There's a prank, so they're gonna start trying to deal with our hands. See the Blinded Mystics, okay. Unfortunately, they know that we have these, but not the end of the world. I would like to develop a Radiant Guardian before too long as well. Oof. Okay, so there's the Nami. It's gonna be very destructive. It is nice they pranked before it though. Before they played it down instead of after. Saves us some trouble. Could like stun 2 things here. I don't hate that play. But I probably just want to save the mana for the Comet. And then develop like probably a Mystic or something next turn when they develop another card that's not Nami. So we'll just chill. Taking a lot of damage this turn unfortunately, but it is what it is. It would be really nice if they got like 2-head and went aggressive with Nami here as well, so I could just like Pale Cascade deal with it. There's a Purple Fish for free. Oh, so strong. Okay. No more Ninja Duelist, please don't play anything else. Definitely, whatever they get off Burblefish could be destructive as well. If it's like the thing that gives my units vulnerable, they could like drag with the Otterpuss and the Coral Creatures and get a huge attack. Just gonna be another prank, okay? Not really much to answer there. See what they can get here. Oh, unfortunate they got the Crescent Strike. Would have liked to have used that if they develop a slow speed spell. Okay, so they're happy to 2-head the Nami into me. And I think I'll just Pale Cascade and block it and probably send this into whatever is strongest, I guess the Otterpuss in this situation. And they jettison as well, wow, okay. See a Shelly, a Minimorph, and a Pokestick on, and their Purple Fish is a little stronger. Oh Jesus, this could be lethal. Oh Jesus, okay. 4/4 Sharkling here, and they hit Lurk. Oh my god, they hit Lurk off of it. That's actually hilarious. So let's see, if we do this, we're down to 3. I'm actually okay being down to 3, considering the situation that I've survived through. It's pretty funny. Yeah, let's just take care of the Nami while we can and see what happens. Concerted Strike is great. If I attack with a Sergeant and they block with it, I can develop my Radiant Guardian, which is really good. Because then I can use like things like Concerted Strike and just like develop her, and I'll deal with the unit as well theoretically. Single combat. Yeah, attack here. Pray they block with it, something. Okay, so they know not to activate my Radiant. Pretty clever by opponent not to block there. I guess they saw it already, so yeah, they know they don't want to develop that. I can single combat my Radiant Guardian into the Burblefish actually, and then still get to play it down, so I'm down to do this play. This is my main form of lifesteal here that I'm trying to preserve. Hopefully they don't have any like champion to develop either, because that would probably spell my demise. And hopefully they don't prank the Radiant. Cool. See Concerted, get Concerted. Pretty simple decision for them there. And a Snapjaw Swarm. Does an extra damage. Oh my god, why am I playing against Lurk in Bilgewater? I mean in Bandle City, why am I playing against Lurk? That's so funny. Okay, so this is gonna block this for 5, and then I can like Concerted Strike this, and that heals me up back up to 10, and then this does what, like 5, 7 more. So we've got a little wiggle room, not a lot, but hopefully we'll be able to survive. If they develop anything, I'm pretty happy. Cool. Do this. Still lethal. So I'll do this Concerted Strike as well. And we should be fine, right? Yep, 3. What else could we spell thief from them? I could get a prank. I could get some of the shitty spells they got off the Burblefish. Group shot, double trouble. Cool. I think I'll just do this and we'll go from there. Figure it out. Fortunately, drop below the star shaping range. Okay, so we survived there. Survived there. Take a lot of damage still, not ideal, but you know we're surviving and that's all that matters, isn't it? I think I'm happy to Blinded Mystic, silence like an Otterpuss, considering we don't have much else going on for us. Go like this, and hope they don't have much else in their hand. Yeah, I just want to buff my Radiant Guardian back up, because she's kind of my saving grace in this situation. So let's see if they have any answers. Could have passed that as well, but I think it was better to be proactive and start being the aggressor here. Feels like the moment to go in. I don't know what's in their hand. They could play like another Otterpuss. Okay, that's kind of fine with me. You know, doesn't really threaten much on the offensive side, so I'm happy to see it. That's kind of nice. I'm just gonna feel free to take my 5 heal here and go from there. Could also attack with the blinded mystic. I'm kind of down. They know like the majority of my hand, so it's not like anything here is going to be a mystery. But yeah, if they want to trade the coral creatures into it, I'm pretty happy with that. I've got a lot more units to develop, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, cool. Get my heal. Put the Radiant Guardian down to 1, but I mean I know I've got the star shaping on it, so that doesn't really matter. I'll just develop another blocker. Golden Sisters are great. I'll take the Golden Sisters. That's lifesteal. More lifesteal is great. I can do a spell thief at this point. Try to prank and see what they have in their hands. Pokestick's not bad either. Do a Pokestick, but I think I'll just get the prank. I think knowledge is very clutch at this point, so I know what to avoid. But we can probably wait to do that till next turn as well. Yeah, I'll just take the pass here. Prank and prank. Loping. Oncologist, okay. Pretty good. We're at the point where I'm getting the sense that we're gonna be able to make this crazy comeback. So I'm getting excited, but I don't wanna fuck up anywhere. It's pretty sketchy. Alright, so let's see what's in their hands. You can prank the poison dart or their prank. Pranking a prank is pretty funny, but yeah, I think I'll just do the prank. Cool. That's fine. The poison dart is 1 extra damage here, so pretty sketchy. I will just pass this out, question mark? Still have the concerted. I just don't want to let them develop any unit like the Nami there that will be really effective with these. So we're just going to fall and comment this immediately. Hopefully they don't have too much choice in this last card to buff their units. Neither of these are playable right off the bat, which is nice. So what is that? It's whatever spell they got off Oncologist, isn't it? The Lightning Rush. Shoot. Okay. It's gonna make things more difficult. I will star shaping my Radiant Guardian here to protect her. I believe she's really important still. So yeah, let's do that. And then I'll take the Supernova to remove the Nami next turn. That'll be our first order of business for sure. I don't think they have lethal, but I could be wrong. Doing the math in my head here, I probably should have done it before.
What fetching scales you have.
Prank.
And you've got the cutest hat I've ever seen.
Prank. What do you get here? Oh, they couldn't play both, so taking the prank was actually pretty clutch. That saved me a lot of damage. They can't attack with Nami, or I just kill it with the Radiant this turn. They don't really have much of an attack at all actually, which is lovely. So we're chilling. There's an argument I could have Concerted Striked instead of using the Comet last turn, but now I have the Concerted Strike in case, yeah. Ooh, putting Lux down is also very tempting at this moment. I think it'll be best to Supernova her. So I'll do this and this. They're 2 best cards at the moment. And then I can get on the Oncologist as well. I mean my Loping Telescope. They can't Poison Dart, so they're really just left to their top deck, which is really nice. And then I'll probably attack with Radiant Guardian, heal back up to 13. And at that point, I mean, I think it's pretty safe to conclude that I've made the comeback. I feel really good about how this deck played. You know, even in the face of defeat, it can make some really clutch, really clutch comebacks like this one so far. So despite a crazy Nami pop-off, they did top deck line them up, so they're going to get, sure, they get an Otter plus a little bigger, not a big deal. They get to deal 1 damage with a knock 'em down and a Poison Dart, really whatever. Doesn't matter too much to me here. Cool, you got my Mystic. Does not materially affect this game in any way. So we attack like this, heal back up to 13. And it's only a matter of time before our opponent kind of calls it a day, I believe. I'm pretty sure they're going to end up conceding this one before too long. But you know, after a long game like this, you do just want to take a moment to process, look at the board, see where you could have played better. So respect them for letting it drag on a little longer. Aloof is fine. Targon's Peak would be great for me, since like I want to reduce all these pranked cards, so I'm down to get that. Pretty funny actually. It's gonna end up saving me a lot of mana, I believe, with like 9, 4, 6, 6, all this here. So that's pretty hilarious. I'll play this next turn. Pokestick, sure, be my guest. I guess I'll hold up the mana in the meantime, just wait to see what that top deck was, in case it's something that could need to be removed by like Concerted. So we'll just pass here. See what they got. Cool. Maybe I'm playing a hair too safe. There's definitely an argument to be made there. I can Golden Sisters and just go really wide, and then pop off the 4 Demacia, and that should end it, I believe, depending on what they do. Like Poison Dart, I mean, it's Hidden Pathways. Ah, okay. Shucks. Very slow. Okay, Coral Creatures as well. Now maybe they're mounting their comeback potentially, so I'm gonna try to end this before too long. Let's yeah, I could shoot off the 4 Demacia. I could develop my Vanguard Sergeant as well. And just Sharp Sight, whatever happens there. Yeah, let's just do the Vanguard Sergeant first, get a second one. To me. Probably could have still developed Targon's Peak last turn. That would have been safe enough. I was probably playing around too much, which is, you know, in Masters especially, you really have to start taking a lot of risks, because you know you're facing formidable opponents, so they're going to take any little opportunity they can to cut a corner here and there, like burn some of my mana, give them a chance to develop their board out, which I probably shouldn't have done, but this is going to do a good job of clearing it. I'm definitely the aggressor. I'm healing my Nexus back up to full health with these Radiant Guardian and Golden Sisters, so you know this game's all but over, assuming they don't have like Shelf Folk. What would it be, like Shelf Folk and heal here? Shelf Folk and like another Trinket trade would be kind of getting them back into the game. Not even fully, I would say. Lux is also going to be really effective at ending it the next couple turns. So they shoot off a Poison Dart, I can protect that. See if they have a Nami, maybe a Twisted Fate, something. Put some Puff Caps on my deck, which shouldn't matter too much. Electro Harpoon pitches, what is that? A Blood Bait to kill my Radiant Guardian, so that doesn't really bother me either. They're still down to 1 card here. I think now I'll definitely shoot off my Targon's Peak and not make the same mistake I did last turn. I can't get a Lux lethal yet, which is fine. They play their blue card, that's chill with me. Yeah, I'll just toss down my Peak. Go ahead. Shoot a little Braum emote to be funny. Lux as well. Let the light guide you, you know? Sometimes you just gotta let the light guide you. I can't say I've ever Targon's Peaked with I don't even know if I've ever played a Targon's Peak, matter of fact, but this is quite a hilarious situation. So they'll prank out this 4 Demacia. They know that's kind of my game I'm gonna finish, the card I'm gonna finish the game with here. And oh, we see a Mind Meld, that's crazy. Okay, so they do make these units huge, so you know, like I said, you can never underestimate somebody playing in Masters. If I would have slipped up maybe a little bit more, this could have actually ended up beating me. Maybe if they had a Wiggly Burblefish here. This game was much closer than I thought, actually. So I'll toss my elusive one. No, I'll toss this one. You are beneath me. You are beneath me. She's so rude. Oh my goodness. Okay, pass this one out. This 4 Demacia becomes free, so I'm pretty down to play this one, I suppose, first. And then just attack with my elusive unit, and that should be over. Levels Lux as well. No, it doesn't level Lux because that spell is free. Never mind. Trinket trade. Oh my goodness. Get an Otterpuss, I assume. Or some way to deal with the Silver Sister. Actually, I don't think there's any way they deal with the Silver Sister off a Trinket trade, so I'm just going to say GG. So that should be over. Yeah. Just attack here. Might as well send the Lux as well. And the opponent surrenders. So I'm going to keep it at 2 games since this one was a bit longer. I really appreciate everybody watching. I hope you enjoyed learning about how to play this Lux control deck, Lux Invoke Zoe control. If you enjoyed this gameplay, I stream every day on Twitch at twitch.tv/maxgotthetracks. Link in the description. You can follow me here on YouTube if you want to subscribe. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment if you think there's some play where I misplayed, or if you want to tell me about how the deck's working for you. The deck code will be in the description as well. If you want to join the Discord, it's in the Discord. It's in the description. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's in the description. And yeah, until I see you again, adios.